Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see everybody on here, and shout out in the comments or in the chat where you're tuning in from, because I know we got people all over the country and in Canada on here. I'm so excited to have all of you. I don't know if you guys are still reeling from these regionals this weekend, but I am still on a high. I'm telling you, it lit my fire. Gosh, hearing from newer people, we got so many new ideas and just so many good things happening. And y'all, I'm telling you, if you think, I'm just gonna tell you right now, one of the biggest takeaways that I had this weekend is, if you think people aren't spending money on weight loss, you fooling yourself. You just need to go and look at the statistics of how many people are paying money for them stupid shots right now. People are paying money for weight loss. You have got a natural answer for them, and you need to go find them, and don't be scared. The reason that your team's not growing, you might want to look in the mirror. Y'all know when you come on here, you put your steel-toed boots in. You might want to go look in the mirror if your team is not growing, because people are ready to lose weight. They're ready to get healthy. They're ready. People are looking for it. They're looking for you. So the regionals this weekend, we had some people speak that are just having exponential growth, and it excites me. I don't know if it excites you, but it excites me to see that Xyngular is turning that corner. And we've been, it's always, any business that you're in is always an up and down, but I'm excited to see Xyngular back on this trajectory. I don't know about y'all, but we came back from XLC, and now we've had these regionals, and I'm ready to take this train and just get on that fast track. And let's go and let's do this thing. Let's do things that we have never done before, not just get back to where we were, but exceed that and go places that we've never been. We can't look back. We got to look forward. We can't look back to go back where we were. We got to look forward to go places that we haven't been before. And I'm excited about it. I'm so excited that y'all are all on here. And I am so excited about our special guest tonight. I talked to him in Miami, and if you don't ask, the answer is always no, right? So I love getting to know people, and somebody like Bruce Jensen. I mean, what an incredible guy, and an intelligent mind, and he's done so many things for not just Xyngular, but for other network marketing companies. And I asked him, I said, we just want to get to know you. We want to know who you are. We want to know what you bring, and we want to know where you think Xyngular is going from here. And he said, you know what he said? Absolutely. He said, I would love to join you. So I'm trying to see if I see him. Okay, I see him, but you are muted. So let me introduce Bruce Jensen, member of Xyngular Board of Directors. And Bruce, are you there?
I'm here.
We're so excited. Thank you. We're honored to have you on tonight. And gosh, I'm just going to hand it over to you, and just whatever's on your heart. We're very informal. So whatever's on your heart to share with us and encourage us. But we would like to get to know you, who you are, because we see you a lot, but nobody's really had a chance to hear from you or get to know you. So please just take the floor.
Well, thank you, Melissa. And I love your excitement and your enthusiasm. And you're right. If you don't ask, you never know. And that's true in every part of our lives, right? Sometimes fear gets in the way. Sometimes uncertainty gets in the way. We don't know if people are going to say yes when we talk to them about Xyngular, about something else. And so we don't, and we're afraid. And sometimes you just ask and people say yes. So I am so excited to be here. I have met many of you through the events, but I see Christy on here. Christy and Brian and I, we've had dinner together because she lives in Utah. And so we get a chance to see each other every once in a while. And I just love our leadership. But Melissa said to share a little bit about me. So first, I'm going to just share a picture with you, if I can, of my family here, because this is where it all starts for me. So that's my little family there. You can see Tori right down here that I'm holding. She's not very happy. So she's my oldest. She's actually 29 years old, and she's completely disabled. She has what they call Rett syndrome. And then you can see my buddy Max there. He's now, this is a couple of years ago, he's now 19 and he has Down syndrome. So we have a pretty unique little family, and this is Brig, Cade, and Emery. Emery's my youngest. She's 16. She's 17 now. She'd be so mad if she knew I told you that she was 16, because she is 17. And we have a fun life. This is my wife, Cassie. Brig, my oldest son, is a 5th grade school teacher, and is available. If any of you know any cute girls, that he would be mad at me for even saying that, but he's available. Cade is an accountant with a psychology degree. So I don't know how you get there from there, but that's that. And Cassie, my wife, is just the most amazing person on earth. This is a second marriage for both of us. That's a long story that I won't share with you tonight, but she was never able to have kids and has taken all my kids and made her own, and is just the most amazing woman I've ever met in my life. So I'm super grateful for them. That's a little bit about me personally. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see all of you, at least about my family. A little bit about me personally is that I have been an entrepreneur my whole life. So my whole life has been doing what you're doing. It's been, starting a business, being my own CEO, trying to figure out how to make it work, how to get people to listen to the value that I thought that I brought. And through that process, there's a few principles I think that I've learned, and maybe a couple of stories that go along with that. I think one of the most influential things, that I don't know if I was born this way or if I somehow learned this, but there's a saying that I love, that if you start yourself on fire with enthusiasm, people will come to watch you burn. Whether they like the fire or not, they'll come to watch. And when Melissa started this call, all of her enthusiasm, I got excited about, because she's excited, right? And I just wanted to hear her and listen to her because she's excited. And that's true in our lives and our business too. When I was a young man and I had gone away to college, I got a call from my dad one time, and he said, hey, I have some really hard news that I want to share with you. And I said, okay. And he said, your little sister, who was just about 3 years younger than me, has just been diagnosed with cancer, and it's really bad, and we're not sure what the future is going to hold for her. And I paused for a minute. And my dad has later told me that he was ready to reach through the phone and strangle me when I said what I said next. But I said, is she excited? And he said, is she what? And I said, is she excited? And he's like, why would she or anyone else be excited about this? And I said, because what an opportunity she's going to have to learn, to grow, to go through this trial, to experience things that no one else is going to experience. And the person that she's going to become out of the other side of this is going to be this amazing gem of a person. And he was just silent on the other end. And it's been this really interesting story. She beat cancer, and she is this amazing gem of a person. And so much because she went through that trial, and she always remembered that. And she tried to go through that trial with excitement, even though it was hard. And we've gone through some hard things as a society with COVID, as a company with the ups and downs that have come with those things. But are you guys excited about that? Because it has made us better. We are better people. We are a better company. We are more refined because of the trials and the challenges that we go through. And so kind of principle number one of my life is to just be excited. I'm excited to wake up every day. You guys hear Rudy, and I align so much with Rudy on so many things that he talks about. But if you haven't had the chance to hear him talk at a conference, one of the things he always teaches, hey, when somebody asks you how you're doing, what do you say? Fantastic, he says. I chose marvelous as my word, but choose a word. And it's so interesting when I talk to people and they ask how I'm doing, I'm like, I am marvelous. And they're like, wow, how are you so marvelous? And I'm like, why not be? I no matter what the day gives me, I get to choose whether I'm going to be great or sad about it. I might as well be great about it, even if it's hard things that are given to me. So I just think that's such an important principle in life, no matter what you're going through. And I know we all go through a lot of stuff. Look, I got a unique family. I can tell you some crazy, crazy stories about my wife leaving me in the hospital with a child going through surgery and getting fired from a job because I couldn't go into work and all these crazy, crazy things that have happened to me. And through all of it, you know what? I've been excited because it's all made me a better person and it's all taught me things and it's all given me opportunities. So no matter what you're going through, whether it's depression or anxiety, whether you're worried about your business, whether things haven't grown the way you wanted, wake up in the morning excited about what you're doing and who you are, because you are a gift. You are a gift to everyone around you. And it is such a blessing. I am blessed because I get to be on here with you and I get to see some of you that I know and so many of you that I don't. It's just what a blessing that I got to wake up today thinking about, hey, this call and all we get to do. I see Castronovo's there. Hey guys, I've got a chance to see them and be on some trips with them before. So it's so awesome just to be excited about life and what it brings. So what about your business? Our business, I don't know if it's Rudy that said this or someone else that said it. Our businesses are incredibly simple, but not easy, right? The principles that bring success to your business is so simple. Every one of you can learn them all tonight. It's simply, how many people can you talk to? Right? The more people you open your mouth to, the more people that you're going to talk to about this, the more people that are going to listen to you. Some are going to say no, some are going to say yes. It's just going to happen. But the more people you can talk to, the more success you're going to have. And it's as simple as that. And so, and in all my entrepreneurial things that I've done, it's always been the same thing. The most important part of any business is sales. I know sometimes we don't want to say we're salespeople, but we are. And that, I don't mean that in a bad way, but we're salespeople whether we want to be or not. How many of you have gone to a great restaurant? My wife is a total foodie. She loves to keep track of restaurants. And if you want to have a conversation with her, just strike up a conversation about food. And she will tell you every great restaurant. And she is the best salesperson about restaurants that you will ever meet, because she can tell you which ones are good and what the food was and why it was good and what kind of food and all these things. But she would not consider herself a salesperson. But she is awesome about talking about things you love. And all of you have joined this company because it did something for you, because you heard something, because you felt good, because you tried these products, because they had an effect. And the more you can find in yourself to figure out how to talk to people about something you love and then talk to everybody, the more you can find success, right? The thing that I love most about our business is I have been very successful as an entrepreneur. I've been very successful for my own wife and family and creating the wealth and the things that I want. But you know what makes me most excited is when I can help other people be successful. That's what brings me joy. The reason this isn't a sacrifice to jump on a call like this and talk to all of you is because if I can give you a nugget that gets you to be successful, that makes me happy. We've been able to create millionaires through setting up a business that teaches people how to do these things. So the formula isn't hard. You know, we can talk about all the details, but the formula isn't hard. If you're excited and truly love what you do, and you're willing to open your mouth and talk to people about it, you are going to find success. That's it. It's not harder than that. Now, you got to overcome your fear? Yeah, you do. You got to overcome your fear. You got to realize that some people are going to tell you no. They are. That what you say and how you say it isn't going to be for everybody. That's true. That's true. And the faster you can accept that, the easier all of this gets. Are there tools like social media? Yeah, but sometimes they get in the way? Yeah, because sometimes we post something on social media thinking that that's talking to someone, and it's not. You know, posting things to social media simply can help us make introductions to people. So it can be a great tool, but at the end of the day, you still have to reach through that channel and actually build a relationship with someone, actually talk with them, get to know them, love them, care about them. And that's what makes us different than everybody else. Why do people want to buy from us instead of going to Weight Watchers or going and getting a shot or whatever the alternative is because we're their friends, right? We got to know them. We care about their families, you know? And if you think that we're in the business of doing transactions and not getting to know people, that's a different business than the one we're in. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us special, is when we talk to people, we're talking to our family, to our friends, to the people that we love, and we're sincerely wanting to help them the way we've been helped, whether helping them is to provide some additional income or to help them lose weight. Either one is something that we want to do to help them. And that's what gets me excited every day and helps me want to help guide this company in any way I can, is the idea of being able to help people. So, Melissa, is that what you wanted? What else?
Hey.
What else can I do? Say.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Talk to us a little bit about where do you see Xyngular going from here?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned how I think that all the challenges we've gone through has made us better. One of the things that's really interesting that it's focused us on is really starting to help us realize that we have to focus our message, focusing on you're hearing us talk about weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. We are focusing on that as a message. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there's a tremendous need. So I think that focus that we have on everything, focusing on each of you and your businesses, I just see we've only scratched the surface. I don't know if you know this. I actually participate. I sit on a forum with a number of other CEOs in our industry. So people who are CEOs of other direct sales companies, and I associate with them. There's not another company that I know of, even really big companies, that don't have the reach that we have, that aren't the size that we are, and are only limited to the United States and Canada. So we're one of the largest companies in the United States and Canada. So what does that say for us? There's a couple of things. So many of you are from the Midwest. So many of you talk about Texas, Kansas. I mean, I grew up in Kansas, so there's a lot of love for that Midwest area. But we really haven't touched the cities, the big cities. We haven't really got to California, to New York, to the coasts, if you will. And we haven't done anything internationally. And so those are all things in front of us. And the key for you guys as we grow in those areas is to be building your networks, because as you are building your networks of people, and we expand to the coasts and internationally, and to, you can see a lot of focus that we're putting on the Hispanic market as we focus there. The only way that benefits you is if you have people in your organization that have connections in those areas. I'll give you a quick example. I was the VP of finance for a direct sales company about 20 years ago. And when we decided to go international, there were two markets that we kind of started with. One of them was Mexico and the other was Taiwan. And when we opened those two markets, the top distributors in our company, or the top partners in our case, were the ones that had either Taiwanese, Chinese, or Far East people in their organizations from the US already, and people that had Hispanic people in their organizations in the US already. Because those people that had those relationships already had relationships in those markets, and when those markets opened up, their organizations exploded. And so I mean, I can tell you, oh, we are going to take Xyngular to the world. I mean, that is already on our game plan, and something that we are driving from a board of directors standpoint. But the only way that benefits you is if you have a growing organization in the United States when those doors open. If your organization in the United States isn't growing, you're not going to participate in the growth of international. Someone will. It just won't be you. And you want to be in the position where you can take advantage of that when that happens.
Man, I love all of that. Everything that you said from the very beginning until now, you know, my favorite thing that you were talking about is just getting excited, even in the midst of trials, because you get to choose joy. Like, you can't control the circumstances, but you can control your reaction to it. And being able to choose that joy in the midst of all the trials and stuff, that's something that I think a lot of us on here work towards a lot, because it's easy to be happy when things are going good. It's hard to be, to find that joy when you're down in these valleys. And, the other thing that you said, getting belly to belly with people, that's one of the big focuses at our regional trainings that we just had across the country this weekend is, you can't be behind a keyboard. You have got to talk to people and see people and have get-togethers and treat people like nobody else is making them feel like nobody else is making them feel. And when you do that, that's when you have retention as well. And I love that you brought that back to, brought that back around to light, because that is so crucial to our businesses. And, you mentioned Weight Watchers and, all the other programs that are out there. I said that at the beginning, people are spending money on weight loss. There is a lot. There's dozens, if not hundreds of different programs that they can choose, but make them choose you. Give them a reason to choose you.
Because of the relationship, right? Because they trust you. It's one of the, I'll tell you a funny story. We were on vacation, and this was back in the days of red boxes. You guys remember red boxes, when you could go and get the videos from the kiosk? So we're on vacation in some city. I don't remember where we were. And the kids are like, let's get a red box, Dad. And I'm like, okay, let's, as we get dinner and we go and find this red box, and we pull up, and my wife gets out, and there's 3 other people in line to get a red box, and she's the 4th person. And the kids are sitting there, and I said, okay, how much do you guys want to bet before she gets back she knows the birthdays, how many kids, what the person does for their job, and she might even get their social security numbers? And the kids are kind of laughing at me. And so my wife gets back in the car, and I said, how many kids does that lady have? She looks at me and she's like, 4. I said, do you know their birthdays? She's like, well, I know how old they are. And, she she just was standing in line at a red box and had an opportunity to start talking to someone and getting to know them. Don't complicate our business, right? Our business is simply about getting to know people. Be willing. You don't have to stand in that line and be like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about Xyngular. It's the greatest thing ever. You got to buy this product. I can tell you need to lose some weight. That's not how we do this, right? We simply talk to people because we care about them, because we want to get to know them. And as we develop those friendships and relationships, there's a natural opportunity to bring up what we do and how we do it. But if we don't open our mouths, if we don't talk to people, we can never win, right? We can't win in our business. We have to be willing to share. That's what our businesses are about.
Yeah, and the more people you share with, the bigger your business is going to grow. It's just a matter of semantics, It's just
it's automatic.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And the fact that the other thing that you said was do it now. Now's the time, because you want to have those markets ready when this explosion is going to happen. And honestly, I don't believe that. I believe 2020, the way we grew them was just a little taste of what's to come for us. I believe that we can't even comprehend the growth that Xyngular is going to have. And it's going to be the people who have stuck it out and got through those trenches and grew through the trenches and learned and persevered and learned that grit and learned that determination. You don't even know, by the fact of just not quitting, what is in store for you and what is ahead for you, because you can't, the whatever you can dream is what you can achieve. Anything that you can get in your head and put on a vision board. We made those this weekend, and it was just like, you were making we were making these boards, and just like, we were encouraging each other to just, the bigger the better. And we've got all these things, written down. And at the time when you do them, it seems kind of silly because it seems so far out. But then I look at my first vision board that I did that seems so far out. And I think there's only one thing on the whole board that I have not accomplished. And at the time, it just seemed like silly to put it on there, because who in the world's going to do that? And then the same yesterday, that your dreams just get bigger.
Yeah. And if I can say, building past 2020 is not because the company is going to do something this or that. The future of building past that is sitting right here on this call. It's each of you. When each of you decide, hey, I'm going to build my business, it's the collective of that builds our business. That's the fun thing that comes when each of you get excited and people are coming, and everybody's excited and people are coming to watch you burn. You got all these little fires of people coming to watch you burn, and you're excited. It doesn't matter. I can't tell you how many times I have seen a new person come into our business and I'm like, oh, they're articulate, or they're just sharp, and I'm like, oh, she's going places. I know she's going to be a future leader, and she's not. She fizzles out and doesn't do it. And then I see someone who I think, oh, there's no way they can do this, and they blow up and explode and become this amazing leader and this amazing example to so many others. And so it's you, all of you. I look at all of your faces, and if you can find excitement and passion about Xyngular and what we do and who we are, and just start sharing that with other people, you build the future. The future is sitting right here on this call. It's not some arbitrary thing that's out there. It's not going to be contingent upon us opening markets. That's just going to make us go faster, because you've already built exactly what you need to build to build you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I'm ready. And I saw Christy on here wrote, a rising tide raises all ships. So it's time. The Xyngular is in such a unique place where we haven't touched the surface. Like we are prepared, and we've got the tools that we need, and we are ready for explosive growth. But it's going to take every single one of us coming together and doing exactly what Bruce said. Get excited and talk to people and do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, somebody else may have told that person you were going to tell today. So grow now. It's time to do this. Bruce, thank you so much. Any final thoughts that you'd like to just tell everybody?
Yeah, I just love all of you. As I said, the formula is simple, but it's not easy. And I know it's not easy to open your mouth. I know it's not easy to overcome your fears. I know it's not easy to have that confidence, but I believe in you. And I just want you to know that myself and the other owners love you and appreciate that you're going out and sharing this message, because what we have to share is important. It's never been more needed in the world than it is today. People need financial freedom, and they need to be more healthy in their lives, and we have the solution to both those things. So thanks for doing the hard things, because we're in this together, and we just love and appreciate all that you do.
Thank you so much. And are you going to be in Louisville?
I won't be in Louisville, unfortunately. I actually have a trip with my family to Hawaii that same weekend, and I tried to get the dates, but they couldn't get the dates nailed down, and we had already booked our trip. So unfortunately, I will miss you all in Louisville, but I'll be watching from Hawaii. I will be there, yes.
So we will see you there. So thank you, sir, so much for coming on and just pouring into us tonight. And thank you all for joining us, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and end it like I do with my team every week. I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can think or ask. Because we honor him, his blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory. Love you guys so much. Have a great night. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks.